Hi, Melanie Muenchinger here, illustrator for Gina K Designs. Today I have a really special sneak peek for you of my newest set coming out from Gina K Designs February 25th at 7 p.m. Central. This set is a follow-up to my best-selling set of all time, A Year of Flowers. This is a set of all-occasion flowers that will represent any season or holiday. But many times when I've used it over the years, even though this is just still a timeless classic set, I've wished that I had other buds and things that I could add to these flowers so that I could see the daisy or the sunflower in different orientations, or maybe have a bud for the roses or some different leaves. Well, what if I told you that I have a brand new set, A Year of Flowers 3, that is a standalone set, but also the perfect companion to this. So in the new set, and I'm not going to show you it in its entirety today, but you're going to have all kinds of new buds, stems, and fillers to make the most spectacular floral stamped arrangements you can imagine. Today, I'm just going to be showing you a peek of it with another set that we are going to be releasing on Thursday. And this is called Scripty Sayings. So it's got 4 all-occasion sentiments that you can use on any card. It's got some very classic fonts, but it's really on trend with that nice long swiggle flourish. So I wanted to show you something fun you could do with this to substitute this for one of the stems in the set and then add your own flowers. To make this particular project today, you're going to just be using one ink pad, the Gina K Black Onyx. Got some markers here. These are Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. I'm going to be using the PL3, the PP6, and the BP7 for the flower. And I may reach for another marker. I think these were the 3 shades that I used, but I actually put them away after I made it, so I might have to revise that. BG3 for the shadow, and then CG3 and CG4 for those leaves. Going to be using the A Year of Flowers 3 set, and that's Scripty Sayings. Just a little adhesive. Got some rhinestones to add some bling. And then I've got some of the Gina K Pure Luxury cardstock. This is the Passionate Pink, the Black Onyx, and the White. And I will post those measurements below, so be sure to check the supply list. So let's begin by stamping the sentiment. And we've got a thankful, prayers, happy birthday, and sympathy. So I'm going to go ahead and use the happy birthday statement. And on this card, I have it going vertically, and that's a personal choice whether you find it easier to read going up or going down. That's your choice. So you can also, I want to point out, do the same kind of layout, but have it in a landscape orientation. That would be pretty as well. So I'm going to, let me grab my blocks. I forgot to get those out. So let's do the sentiment first. And I want to stamp it so the end of that sentiment is pointing pretty straight up towards the top to add my flower to. Okay, so I'm going to have it going up. So I'm going to put it towards the bottom so there's plenty of room for the rose, but then it's leaving me a little bit of room to add the leaves around it. And so this is one thing that I really like about the Year of Flowers sets, that they're elemental, so all of the stems, the flowers, and the leaves are separate, so you can really build them out however you want. Okay, now let's add the rose to the top. And so this is a little bit less full-blown than the one in the original A Year of Flowers. And clear stamps make it really easy just to pop that there at a slight angle at the top of that stem. And there are several different leaves in here that work for the rose. I'm just going to use some of the individual leaves, but I've got a little trio that'll work as well. Let's put it on this side instead. So just stamp that at the bottom. And then there's a smaller one that I'm going to put up at the top. Okay. And then maybe just one more over on the other side at the bottom to kind of balance that out. I like to do things in 3s. Right there. Okay. And that's all the stamping that we're going to do. Now I'm going to add my shadow. I like to use the shadow, do the shadow first a lot of times on flowers, especially when I'm using dark colors on the leaves and on the flower itself, because if I do the shadow last with the alcohol markers, sometimes that can pull those reds or pink colors out into the shadow, and I don't want that. Also, this is a good way to remind you where your darkest colors are going to be underneath. So I'm just going to do just underneath the flower and then just underneath those leaves. If you want, you can shade that squiggle, but I'm going to leave that open just so that it's a little bit easier to read the greeting. Okay, let's do our leaves. So I'm going to fill these in with the CG3. It's just a nice, bright, springy green. And the CG4 is a lot darker, so I'm just going to do some tip to tip here to pull the darker color off the marker in my left hand. And if you want it even darker than that, just do a quick swipe and then just blend before it has time to dry very much. But I don't want it too blended because I really want to have that contrast. Okay, now let me take, look at these colors because the caps all look very similar. I'm going to start with that lightest pink. So I'm going to do, let's see, here's my color chart here. Okay, I'm going to do the PP6 first. So I'm just going to fill in all of the rows with this pink. I just think these colors turned out so pretty to go with the Passionate Pink cardstock. And of course I will be following up the release of this set with lots more videos, all kinds of technique videos and coloring videos, and then showing different combinations of the different leaves and flowers together. I'm also really excited to put these different ones with my different containers, like my baskets. Okay, so now let's go in and we're going to add that BP7. And so I'm looking at the dark parts of my illustration. So I'm going to go down underneath, just filling in those lower petals and underneath where the top petals of the rose would be casting shadows. And then I also want to put some in here, just into the middle where the petals are still very tightly closed. And if you only shaded with these two markers, that would be enough. But I just want to show you how when you pull in a little bit of this kind of fuchsia purple, it's just really gonna sing. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this, make sure I grab the right one. It's PL3. Such a gorgeous color. I need to use it more often. So it's going to look a lot more purple, but it's going to blend. And I really think that's going to take your coloring to the next level, rather than just taking 3 shades of one red or one pink. To get a little bit bolder with your choices and go one color family over. It's still going to blend, but it's just going to add a lot of richness to your coloring. And then I'm just going back over that, and that's creating a new color. That purple and this deep pink. And that's it. So we're just going to adhere this to the black onyx. You'll see that comes through because I did this on just the layering weight since I'm not doing a single layer card. And if you want, you could pop this up with some pop dots. Just to do it flat. Center that. And then I just wanted to add just a couple little rhinestones to dress it up, but I don't think it needs a lot. I like this card very clean and simple. And just the color really stands out. And that's it. Just to give you a little peek of some of the other leaves and flowers that you're going to have. You can make a beautiful gift set for someone with this same layout, just swapping out the colors and those different flowers. I hope you enjoyed this peek today. I will be giving you the full walkthrough of this set in my next video, and you can also see the full set reveal at our release party on Stamp TV on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central. So please join us. Thank you for watching today. God bless.